So let's break down this black immigrant versus black American thing. At the core, we actually need each other. If we're going to challenge white dominance, that has to be a team sport and a globally team sport, a global team sport. We need each other. That's just true. Having said that, that sort of thing requires respect. There has to be mutual respect. It has to go both ways. And so I talk about the civil rights movement a lot, and I critique that, and people get angry because they think I'm being critical of the elders. Well, no, it's just like any football team that goes out and they play Sunday, they play their hardest. We know that. But Monday and Tuesday they watch the film because we want to improve. We can't just worship our heroes. We have to be critical and analyze history and see how can we improve in the future. So for that crowd that gets mad at me, you're going to love this video, okay? Having said that, black folk here in this country who came here in chains, we were put in a no-win impossible situation. That's just true. Nobody else was put in a situation like that. And oftentimes I hear people say, well, we had slavery in Jamaica. Yes, you did, but the British left. Dr. King patterned a movement after Gandhi in India. Yes, and the British left. All right, I talked to people from West Africa. They said, well, we had colonialism, we had this, we had that. Yes, but at no point were you ever in the minority. At no point. Right? And so look at Haiti. Haiti has had some terrible things. I mean, Haiti has just never even had a chance. Having said that, if there's anything redemptive, if you're a black Haitian, you woke up every day in a place where you were in the majority. So there's at least the potential to try to rally and organize and do it because you have the numbers. That was never our situation. Imagine being dropped somewhere and being hated this much and also being a minority, a small minority. Imagine having to live in your oppressor's kitchen every day with a gun to your head. You didn't have to do that anywhere else. That was not your experience. It's not about having an oppression Olympics. It's just being objective. So when I talk to people who come to this country and, God bless you, and I've had talks with black immigrants. And again, let me be clear, it's not all. I'm just saying there are some, and we need to really have a candid conversation. Who will say, and someone actually said this to me, their family was from Haiti, and they said, well, we came here, da-da-da. When I go to the hood, I just see people making poor decisions. That's a direct quote. People just making poor decisions. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's break that down. In the first place, congratulations, right? The reality is our immigration system is such that we just don't let the poorest people in Haiti come here or Jamaica or any, right? Yes, there are some refugees and people seeking asylum, sure. But as a rule, particularly for black immigrants, you're not coming here unless you got somebody's skill or something that's useful. So I want you to imagine if all the most skilled people, the most educated black folk in the, from America just went to Jamaica, wherever else. Yeah, we take over in 3 minutes. It wouldn't be very hard. There are way more poor people that you left behind though, right? And so you have a certain privilege and you came here and you were able to, great. But that's not exceptional, right? This idea that you came here and got a job, that's not exceptional. The largest group of millionaires in this country outside of whites is blacks, right? So we've been advancing, we've been achieving against all odds. It's just that there are so many more of us that still need to come. And that has really been difficult because, again, we were sitting in our oppressor's living room with a gun to our head. Imagine being that hated and every bit of public policy aimed at you. So the reality is we just never had a chance. Black folk in this country have never been allowed to own or control anything. Talk to black families about the amount of land theft that has happened in this country's history. I mean, it would blow your mind. The theft of intellectual property, like intellectual property. No, Negro, you own nothing, right? We have not been allowed to own or control or monetize any of these things. The FHA, Federal Housing Administration, you think about FHA, VA, home loan guarantees. I think from 1934 to 1968, 98% of those loans went to white folks. You have to basically get to the 1980s before there's even a chance on paper for us to do anything. And by that time, everything changes. The economy changes structurally. You look at a situation where in the 1980s, real estate begins to change. And so all of a sudden, now we can't even afford it. Like everything changed the moment we were even had somewhat of a chance. So we've just actually never had a chance. And so I can respect, yes, colonialism, all those things. But at every point you were in the majority. You did not have this situation. And if you want to get very candid, right? And again, I don't think it's everyone. I think it's a very tiny percentage of people who come with this attitude of, well, we're just superior. If that's true, in your home country where there are millions of you, I would think it was Wakanda because you're all together with all the superiority. Well, no, it's not, right? So we have to start with respect. You come here with your degree, and that degree means something because my people have actually died and struggled so that you, being black with that degree, have a shot. Because we had degrees. Still, oh, I just dropped something. We had degrees. We still couldn't get hired. So, yes, there should be some respect for that. And yes, even reverence. Because a pathway has been created for you. Now, what I'm saying is this. We need each other. We have to have each other. But it has to be rooted in respect. I have to respect you as a Ghanaian. I have to respect you as a Nigerian, a Kenyan. And you have to respect me as an American. And people say, well, that's divisive. This movement of, ADOS, American Descendants of Slavery. People like Yvette Carnell, Antonio Moore, grateful for their advocacy. If it is divisive for me to claim my country, then why is it not divisive for you to claim yours? So if you want me to stop saying that I'm an American, then stop saying you're Ghanaian. Let's just right? This, we're all black. Let's stop. Okay, then stop claiming to be Jamaican. If it don't matter, we're all black. Stop. So you're claiming your country. I'm claiming mine. I don't have another country to claim, y'all. This is it. We were brought here. If I had another one, maybe I'd claim it. I don't know, but I don't. I'm an American descendant of slavery. That should not be scandalous. In the same way that I don't think it's so scandalous when you say I'm Ghanaian. I'm not offended by that. That is your lineage. Nothing wrong with that. Has to be mutual respect. We need each other. If we're going to challenge white dominance on a global scale, we have those numbers. We have to cooperate. But it has to be rooted in respect. It has to be rooted in acknowledgement mutually. And so just like you wouldn't expect me to come to your country and look around and be like, why this and why? I'm not going to come to Nigeria and look at the people living in poverty and say, what's wrong with y'all? I'm not going to do that. There's a history there and I need to respect that. I'm not going to come to Haiti and say, well, why don't y'all just... There's a lot that I probably don't know. And you can educate me on that. And in the same way, I'm asking if you're a black immigrant, come and be educated on what's going on here. We have advanced in amazing ways against all odds. But there's just way more of us that need to come over. And that's been a challenge for a lot of reasons that we can talk to you about. In the same way that I'm sure that you would want me to understand, hey, some things have happened here in Haiti, and that's why. Hey, some things have happened here in Nigeria. That's why. We can have those conversations. But we have to start with respect. And yes, I think if you come here, there should be some acknowledgement and reverence for a lot of people's sacrifice for your pathway. It wasn't always there. That pathway was not always there. So again, the British left or whomever they left, and so did you, because my people created something for you to come to. Like that's objectively what happened. So again, let me be clear. We need each other. We ought to be looking at cooperation. We ought to be looking at, hey, we need to challenge white dominance globally. But we cannot do that if we do not respect each other. I need to listen to you, what has happened in your country that has created these bad outcomes. And I need you to listen to me too. And we need to be talking about, not can you just eat off of my plate, not can I eat off of your plate, but how do we create a whole plate factory together? How do we do this globally? Because the issue is white dominance, and we have to challenge that. And we're going to need each other to do it.